Welcome to LaggerBros. This is Josh Meow.
I'm here to give you guys what I think is so far a great game, Resident Evil 7. It's Biohazard, available for Xbox and PS4. Now, I own both of these. I decided to try out the Xbox one first because, you know, people said it was kind of freaky. So after playing this on the Xbox, I can definitely tell you I'm all in for playing it on PS4 VR. But we'll get started with this review, get you guys some info on this. I did use my new Elite controller that I got from Katie. She bought it for me for my birthday, so thanks, Katie. Appreciate it. But let's go ahead and talk about what's going on in this scene right now. So the background of this game is pretty cool. I think that it's something that I haven't seen or felt in a Resident Evil in a long time. I haven't felt like into it. The story is great. I've been so far really intrigued with all the puzzles that I've had to go through. I've just finished, I guess, what would be the second boss in a way. The first boss was actually a girl that I'm trying to figure out what happened to. I guess she's been missing for 3 years, and apparently there was some sort of relationship or something there. But Mia was kind of the first boss, and she was pretty okay to handle. Nothing too scary. And then I also right now I'm looking for some parts so I can actually open up and go to the next boss fight. So the graphics on this game is pretty awesome. I think that the house setting, it's got a real like Rob Zombie feel, which for me is like a huge thing when it comes to horror. I love the sketchiness of Rob Zombie. You know, as far as like the moving around and stuff like that, I wish it was a little bit faster. The running, you know, it's a little bit slower pace than what I'm used to. But you don't want to really run that fast anyways, because you have to look in this game for everything. You've got to check out every door, every nook and cranny to find some of the pieces that you need to get through to the next part or the next door. So far so good. So right now I'm walking around. I think this is on the lower level, the basement level. I actually already cleared out some of the moldeds in here, so I don't have anybody left in the basement that can jump out or try to attack me. One tip that I can give you guys is that while you are fighting these guys, obviously, just like any other game, headshots is a must. Headshots is like the number one thing. If you can go through bullets pretty fast, you can run out of bullets. There's plenty of bullets to take care of what's needed, but if you run out, some of the bosses are basically, you know, they'll spot you and they can come after you again and again. So you could run out of ammo in this game. Luckily for me, I didn't run out of ammo. One thing that I do want to emphasize is that being stealthy and crouching and walking and going at a slow pace will help you in some scenarios, especially peeking around corners when you know that you hear something on the other side. That will definitely help slow the gameplay around, so you can get around the house without being spotted by one of the bosses and waste ammo. That was one thing that I had to learn the hard way, but you have to figure out the puzzle. So I'm not going to give it away. It took me quite a bit of time to figure it out. Not too much time, but it took me a little bit. And one thing that I do want to recommend is there is a note on the back of the mirror or over by the mirror when you first walk in that'll help you with some clues. Obviously, if you guys are watching now, you're going to know how to unlock this specific door. But this is, I was expecting something here. But there are a few parts in this where there's a molded that I have to get rid of. I thought my shotgun would be a one-shot kill on this, but apparently I was wrong. So I thought the headshot, I thought he was done. So I'm walking out right now, grabbing the key that I need, the piece that I need to get to the next part, and he's still there. So kind of freaked me out for a second. There you go, 2 shots. Perfect. I played this and I'm doing my stream or my cast after playing it because I definitely am new to all this and we're trying to figure all this stuff out. So there's the key I need to get through the room that I need to go to. We're excited to get this stream going, guys. This is something that a couple of us have been talking about for a while. There's going to be a few of us on this channel, so you'll see some familiar faces and hopefully get a few new players. We plan to do a lot of different things. We want to do some live streams, obviously, gameplay, the staying up till 5 a.m. And we want to keep it different. One thing that I know that Chris has already told me is that we don't want to be the one console, one type of game type of stream. So make sure you stay tuned. We're going to try to do everything from retro to newest, give you everything that we got. Obviously, you guys know, some of you guys know who we are, and you know that we have a plethora of games to get through. We're going to try to do this as much as possible to keep you guys engaged and obviously play more for ourselves too. Gives us a reason to wake up and turn on a NES or, you know, Sega or something just to pop one in and see what happens. So there's the part that I got to get to unlock a door to get out of the house, and I didn't know that he was there, so that was kind of interesting.
And I will make him suffer.
I love the story of this game so far. So I've just made it past. After this stream, you guys will know exactly where I'm at in this game. So I won't have any spoilers past what I've already done. I'm trying not to read ahead on any of this. It's hard not to because this game takes place in the South, actually. So in Louisiana, which is actually where I'm from. So for this game, it's kind of cool because it reminds me, well, this part doesn't remind me of home. I know nothing of this kind of scenario, this Rob Zombie looking house. But for the most part, though, just to have a game that features a town, or an area that I'm from is pretty cool. So this is where I'm entering the biggest boss fight thus far, which is Jack Baker. He has popped up. I had to kill him multiple times. The first one was in the garage, and that one was a pain because he ended up getting in the car. You definitely want to try to take him out before he gets in the car, because if he gets in the car, you're going to be dodging the car the entire time while you're taking stabs at him or shots at him. So it is a nightmare to try to finish up after he's already reached that car point. So try to knock him out before he gets in the car. That's a tip I can give you right now. I'm definitely excited to play this on VR. VR, the one thing that inspired me to even get the VR set was Rush of Blood. So the first time I played that, I was hooked. I loved it. I couldn't get enough of it. Is the whole reason I bought the VR system. So for me, it's this game on VR is going to be something taken to a whole nother level. That's something that really excites me. So there's the key part that I needed to add to the door. There's 3 of those parts, and they're hard to find. There's Jack kicking me down, ready to fight. They are hard to find. It took me a while. I think the majority of my time spent on the game is just finding the right keys to the right doors. Some of them aren't as easy as just finding a puzzle. You just have to hunt. And for me, that's something that I've never really enjoyed in a game, I guess. I've never been, like, for example, this reminds me a lot of, like, Fallout, where you're just constantly running around hunting for stuff, building stuff. This game's the same way. If you need more med kits, you can grab or find different materials or shrubs and mix them with med packs, and you can make yourself some chem packs that'll allow you to regenerate health and stuff like that. So it's actually pretty cool. Like I said, I'm not a big Fallout fan. We'll get to that in a different video, but this game has definitely intrigued me from start to finish. One thing that I can tell you is that you need to keep distance between Jack and yourself. Obviously, right here, you get a little too close, he's going to take you down with that axe. It doesn't give you enough damage to really take you out. It takes him about 3 or 4 swings to get to where you're struggling. The one thing that I did have to figure out, I had to look up because I was running out of space in my area. There is a chainsaw over there, and I kept walking up to it. You'll see that in a minute, that I couldn't figure out how to get the chainsaw. It kept saying that I was running out of room on something. Well, I didn't realize I came into this boss fight with a bunch of stuff, with med packs and ammo and things like that, and you will need to create space for yourself. So that was one tip that I can give you. I ended up having to use 2 med packs in this boss fight so I could clear enough room so I could grab the chainsaw and use it, which took me a minute to figure out. That's why you'll see me walking around trying to figure out what's going on here. But if you kick those body bags, it does knock him off balance enough for you to get away. So, you know, if you need to use a supply or regenerate some health or grab the chainsaw, that's something to think about, is making sure he's off balance enough, long enough where you can run around real quick. This character reminds me so much of the Rob Zombie movies, you know, the main characters. You know, Resident Evil's kind of known for their hillbilly bad guys, and this guy's very similar, but it's not to the point, I think, that it's always been. I think they didn't take it to the extreme they normally do, so I like that. I like that it's not over, I guess, playing the hillbilly card on some of these characters. So, I mean, you're going to think that anybody that's using some sort of Jaws of Life type of scissor machine weapon is probably a weirdo, so. But you guys will see me struggling trying to figure out how to use these. I can't get it. What's going on? It was kind of frustrating when I was playing it, but eventually just clicked in my head. Oh yeah, I've got too much crap in my supply pack. I need to use some of that stuff. One thing that, you know, the shotguns, you can get him to a point where he is on the ground, just like that, where he's got this, his body's kind of, all the carnage is coming out, and it's kind of popping out of his skin and stuff like that. That's when you really need to start attacking him. Once you get the chainsaw, it makes that so much easier. That's like the best part. There's a lot of gore in this game, so definitely wouldn't recommend this for any kids. I made sure my son was out of the room while I was playing this, but there's a ton of blood and guts, so if you like that kind of stuff, this game's gonna be great for you. I'm excited to keep going. I don't know when I'm gonna get a chance to keep going on this game. Yeah, I think there's a total of 8 boss fights. Some of them will be the same characters from what I read, so that's kind of cool. I mean, I think that this whole part leading up to this took me about 2 hours, when really, if I knew what I was doing out of the gate, it probably could have taken me an hour, maybe an hour and a half tops. But it really is just walking around. I think once you know the locations of some of the stuff, like if I'm going to go back and play this on VR, this first level is going to be super easy because I already kind of know where everything's at. I know exactly what I need to do. I know that I need to clear out some space so I can grab the chainsaw when I get down there, because that'll make this fight a lot easier. Some weapons like the shotgun, they do take up 2 item holes, so that's something to keep in mind. When I found the shotgun, it's in a room where you pull it off of a statue, and the statue is pressure rated, and so the door is shut behind you and you can't get out. So that's kind of a fun puzzle to figure out. So you take the shotgun, the doors slam on you, you can't get out with the shotgun, you have to put something in its place. It took me a little while to find, and I won't spoil it for you guys. I'll give you a tip though. The item is on the 3rd that you need to put in this place. So I will give you that tip. I want you guys to be successful in this stuff. He is ripping me a new one right now, which is okay. Alright, so I used my last med pack, gave him some damage. Now I can grab the chainsaw one tip about the chainsaw is that it does, after you use it a while, it does shut off. Or if you've been slicing and dicing a little bit, it will shut down and you need to rip the cord again. If you're really close, there's that bubble that you need to go after once you get them to that point. But keep in mind that yes, it does turn off. You will have to turn it back on. So you'll want to step away from him. You'll see that the chainsaw's red. It's actually not doing anything. I have to pull the cord again so I can get back over to him. I actually like the first-person point of view on this. I love that I'm walking around, I'm in control, and that's what makes this great for VR, is that it's not... I was wondering, I was like, how are they going to do a Resident Evil in VR? Like, I can't even, like, fathom what it's going to look like. But they did a great job on this, and I'm excited to keep the game going. So I'll definitely record some more for you guys and do some more videos for you, for anyone out there. But this was an awesome scene, so I wanted to share this with you guys. Again, my chainsaw broke, and I need to redo it. But I think if you can get him down and pop his back, I think it takes about 3 or maybe 4 times. Once that's done, you'll be able to just shred through him. I like how the game takes over. Once you hit a certain point, the game will take over and kind of finish the scene, which is kind of neat. Because I mean, it doesn't make me feel like I didn't achieve something or I didn't do the slaughtering or the killing or whatever. It's just kind of like I still felt like I achieved something. Oh, okay, game's taking over. Obviously, like right here, after I start going after him, the game's kind of doing some different stuff. And then I'm back in control right now. So I didn't know what to expect because, again, being my first time playing, his legs get back up and start walking around. I'm trying to still rip through him, but it's not doing anything. It's just kind of playing out right now. So after that fight, then you got to work your way out. And I'm just double checking, make sure there's nothing else down there that I need to grab. One thing I was like, okay, how do I get through this? Maybe I can cut through it. And I started cutting through it, and then actually I just hit the A button. It takes over. It does the thing for me. So that's what I'm talking about when I say the game's taking over. It makes it a little bit more theatrical than some of the games I'm used to playing. So I'm a big, shooter fan. So anything with guns is fun. But so far, I have enjoyed this game for everything that it's worth. So. For all of you guys who are thinking about picking up, I would highly recommend. This is one that you should have in your collection. It's one of those ones that after you beat it, it's going to be hard to go back and play it again, unless you want to play different difficulties and things like that. But it is, for a horror game, it's up to par with what I think a horror game should feel and be like. It was definitely scary. The graphics are great. There was a lot of jump scares that happen that that's kind of where horror films and horror games are taking the lead, is the jump scares. It's something different, so but definitely pick this one up. I'd highly recommend it. I'm gonna let this finish playing out, but there are some save points. That's freaky. I can tell you right now that grandma moves around the map in her wheelchair, and it freaks me out every time I see her because she's in a different place. She disappears, she comes back. It's really creepy. So anyways, that's all I've got for you guys. I'm gonna let this save. I think at this point I run through the house a little bit more, but that's basically the end. I'm gonna get off of here. So thanks for tuning in to the very first LagGBros stream. And I look forward to giving you guys a little bit more. I know Chris has got some stuff in the works right now. We're going to be doing some teaming up on a few videos as well, and trying to get you guys as much content to watch as possible. This is fun. I mean, this is what we're all about, is playing games, getting through this stuff, bringing some local celebrities in on some of these casts. We definitely want to have people playing right there with us, and then posting it up for everyone to see. It doesn't matter if you're a good player or a bad player. I'm not good by any means, but we do love to check this stuff out and talk about it. This is kind of what we live for. So with that being said, I'll give you guys I'll let you guys go, and thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it.